This is take 3 on the video. It's 9:03. Anyway, so I'm really excited about Wednesday night, 5 to 8. We're going to be doing some door-to-door. We're going to have a lot of fun. I think it'll be actually a lot of fun because you get to meet new people, get to talk, and it should be fun because I like hanging out with friends, and that's mainly what it's going to be. Anyway, we're going to get little maps from Nathan Winters, and I'm going to hopefully print off each one. I'm going to mark the houses that we need to go to those houses, and this is where we're going to do. We have to do 4 things. Identify yourself. Identify them. Name the candidate. Ask for the support. 4 critical things. I don't care if you mess up. These are the 4 things that just have to be done. 4 things. So I'm just going to sort of hit it running, and any questions, follow up. Remember, my way is not the right way. If you can find something like, hey, saw this video on YouTube, this is better. In my experience, I found this then let's talk about it, because my way is not the right way. Let's do it the right way. Let's have fun when we do it. So anyway, you're going to walk up to a door, and you're going to be, it could be intimidating. I'm not sure. The first time I walked to a door trying to sell a med card was sort of intimidating, but it's not too hard. Anyway, you're going to knock on the door pretty firm. You want to knock pretty firm. They come to the door. Here's what you're going to say. Remember, 4 things. Identify yourself. Identify them. Name the candidates. Ask for their support. So here's what we're going to do. And this is going to be a working mold. So you might change it at each door, because if like the person's more interested, you might have to change the mold a little bit. You know what I mean? So here, anyway, this is going to be for a person who's not really wanting to talk, or they're just this is how I sort of want you all to start them, because it does all 4 of those things. I'll pick myself as an example. I'm going to walk up to a door and knock, and so wait for a few seconds. Person comes to the door. It's Sally Biggins. Sally Biggins. Go. Hello, my name is Jonathan True, and I'm president of Youth for Truth, and we're a political club that's really enthusiastic about politics. We found 2 candidates that we think will make a better future for Wyoming. And we think we would like to inform you as a voter about these 2 candidates. One of them is Taylor Haynes, and he's running for governor. The other one's Nathan Winters, and he's running for state auditor. Would you like to talk? Bang. What did I do? I did 3 of them. 3 of them. So, first, I identified myself, Jonathan True. Second, I identified them. They're a Wyoming voter. Third, Taylor Haynes and Nathan Winters came up. Did not ask for the support yet. They say, yeah, I'm sorry, caught me at a wrong time. If you come back later, maybe. Just say, hey, that's awesome. That's okay, and I'm sorry I caught you at the wrong time. Can I give you a flyer? I'm going to have flyers for both. Going to give them a flyer. They're going to hopefully they take the flyers and be like, if you have any questions and we don't get back to you, or if you have any questions, go to websites. Name websites. I'm going to send those website links. Go to those websites, look around, get familiar with the websites. So if anyone asks a question about the website or etc., how to contact them, you can be like, well, I can tell you Taylor Haynes is going to have a list of boxes, and it's going to say contact about Taylor Haynes, issues, etc. And so I'd like you to go look at those. Then you say, I don't have time right now. You're going to say, I'm sorry for catching you at a bad time. Can I give you some literature? And I'd strongly ask for your support of these 2 candidates. I think they represent me and my values better than anyone else, and they should be the next governor. So I would ask for your support and your vote come August 21st. Bang. Done. Say, have a great night, pleasantries, walk away. Second scenario. Yeah, what's up? I haven't been paying attention to the gubernatorial race, and so what do you like about Taylor Haynes? Well, I'm going to say I love that Taylor Haynes, I got 3 things that I love about Taylor Haynes. First, I love him giving education into the parents' hands and not the government's. That's very true. Second, and if you want me to explain, I'll explain later. Second, I love how he handles the gun issues. And I love his future for Wyoming. And I think he'd lead us in I guess I could go for 4. Third, I think he's a great example for the rest of the states and how the rest of the country should act. And fourth, got off track. Fourth, every time he answered a question, he goes back to the Constitution. We need candidates like that because our constitutions are awesome. They're absolutely awesome. And we need to defend our constitutions today, right now, and not let them get trampled on and ruined, because our nation was built off principles, and those principles need to be maintained. Bang. Got the Taylor Haynes spiel. You might go, oh, I know I'm supporting Mark Gordon for governor, but what about Nathan Winters? Go. Nathan Winters is a 6-year. Nathan Winters is, and I guess here's another thing you can say is do a little bit of background. So Taylor Haynes, he's an MD. He has a licensed COE or something like that. Delaney and Halley. It's a CDO. He has a licensed CDO. He's a rancher, and he's very knowledgeable about issues. Nathan Winters, he's been in the legislature for 6 years, and he's been on the state the audit board. Don't quote me on that. I'd go check that out. The audit board. I know he was on a committee that dealt with the audit. Anyway, so he's very familiar with the state auditor's job, and he being a pastor, I think, won't enable him. And you might not bring a pastor. Just saying, if like, well, isn't he a pastor? You can say, well, he's a legislator. He's been dealing with this stuff for 6 years. If anyone knows it, it's going to be a legislator who gets to, laws. Okay, that's the auditor obviously knows it better. But anyway, and then saying, this is mine. Hopefully, my goal, I'm going to pause right here. Hopefully, my goal for all of you is to find your unique things you like about the candidate. Find what you like. Find what you really liked. Here's one of mine for Nathan Winters. His transparency and bringing transparency back into the government, which Wyoming doesn't have. He wants to tell you where every one of your taxpayer dollars is getting spent. He wants to join a legislative movement, which is already enacted in 48 states. And we want to be the 49th state to pass legislation that will tell you exactly how your money is spent. So you can go onto the internet, and instead of taking years to track down all your stuff through countless files and etc., he will have state auditor's website that'll show you everything. And if you want it just broad view, then it'll be, oh, we spend 20% on education, we spend 10% on our National Guard, etc. And it'll show you how, and I really think that's important because we found out in just efficiency acts, we can save over $200 million. Once again, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So I would do your own research and call Nathan Winters, etc. Contact him. So that's how it's going to be. You want to have 3 issues. One thing I'll warn you of is you're not the candidate. You cannot give a certain undeniable, this is how it is answer. Make sure they know it's your opinion. This is what you heard, and then direct them to their website. Be like, you know what? But if I were you, I'd go research him a little more on his website. And here's his website. It's on the flyer here. You know what I mean? Find him on Facebook here, and have those memorized because this is really key. And then if they're like, hey, you're a great kid, come in for some coffee. Unless you really, really want. Actually, we're gonna stay out of people's houses. Not unless they're personal friends. I just don't I'm not comfortable with people walking into houses. So you're going to say, hey, I really appreciate it, but I'm really fired up about doing this, and I need to knock on some more doors tonight, and I really appreciate it. So I hope you have a great night. And if you have any questions, I suggest you go to those things and just sort of back yourself out of the conversation. Say, thank you so much for your time. Shake their hand, walk away, bang, next door. That's how I think we're going to approach this. That's how I'd like everyone to approach this. So if there's anything to remember. Okay, here's one more thing before we do that. If people yell at you, if you get like dirty glares, be nice, be respectful. We have to be gentlemen. We always have to be the grown-ups in the room. That's how we act. That's who we are. Youth for Truth. We're going public now. And okay, yeah, we're not. No one really cares. No, there's a good chance if one of you guys punch someone in the face, no one would ever hear about it. You know what I mean? Okay, that's not true. But we must do what You always must be the gentleman. You don't know what's happened in the last 24 hours. Their mother must have died. You know, if someone's just rude and say, hey, I'm sorry, I caught you at a wrong moment, and just back away respectfully. If you ever feel uncomfortable, back away, please. If you ever feel uncomfortable at all, there's no point. So if you ever feel uncomfortable, just leave. Just say, hey, thanks so much, you know, and don't go into it. If you don't feel comfortable, you're like, for some reason, this person's just really scaring me. Then after you say, before when you're done, just say, hey, I'd love for you to vote for them, and don't ask if they have any questions. Hand them 2 flyers, say, have a great night, and leave. Just do that. If you feel uncomfortable, leave. I think it's really important. We have there's going to be 16, I think 17 of us that'll be going and doing this, so it'll be a lot of fun. I think we'll have a good time. So, there are things that we have to remember. Always be the gentleman. But I think everyone knows that. Identify yourself. Identify them. Name the candidates. Ask for their support. Have 3 issues. Minimum of 3. Minimum of both. I'm guilty with Nathan Winters because we don't have a third one. But minimum issues. Find 3 issues that you really like. So I go on the websites. You can call them. Their websites will have phones you can call and ask. Be like, if you have any questions, I do that in the next few days. I would ask you that you all watch this twice. Or not twice, but have a really good understanding. Because we're going public now. People are going to see us as kids. Act very mature. Who knows? People might ask. If people ask to donate, etc., then say, hey, we don't have a bank account yet. If you'd like to give us cash, you know, we'd love that. And we go, you know what I mean? I doubt we'll ever get there. If people are interested in Youth for Truth, talk about it, have a good time. Try to spend no more than 5 minutes at the door. If you're really enthusiastic and engaged with someone, you can spend 10 minutes. I would suggest, though, try to keep your time under 5 minutes and just politeness to them and you. And we can move with brisk pace, 15 people, 5 minutes each door. We're going to do a lot of doors. That'll be good. We'll hit a lot. We'll get some good streets. We'll hit a lot of doors. We might run out of flyers. Another thing. If they're not at home, if they don't answer the door, you can have flyers. Put the flyers either in the crack of the door, and we'll go over this all with you guys. Crack of the door where it shows Taylor Haynes, Nathan Winters. You want them to see your name. You have an average of 7 seconds with your voter. When they have these flyers, you have an average of 7. So the key is they see the name and they can see this and be like, oh, okay. And if they want to dig in deeper, they'll open it, etc. But it's so long as they register the name and they don't go, throw it away. Then so try to keep it always. You can wrap it around the door handles, and I'll show you how to do that. Or you can just slide it into the door, but leave flyers there and just move on to the next door. And another thing is, I'm probably going to give you a list. That list is you're probably going to have a board. The board is going to be at the back. It's probably going to have like a thing, and it's going to be like, we'll see. We're going to get addresses on it. And on the addresses, it's probably going to be like, yes, they wanted to support us. They wanted more info. They weren't there. You know what I mean? And it'll be like, talk to them, didn't talk to them, etc. So we can go back later and be like, well, 5 of these houses didn't even talk to us. Then we can go back to our sheets. And that night we're going to turn the sheets and be like, and I'll process them through and be like, okay, these houses still haven't gone through, and we can hit them later at a different date. But we're going to have those sheets, and we'll go over this all once again. If you'll please watch this video, appreciate it. You'll have a good night. I'm going to head to bed, and I'm excited for Wednesday. Oh, by the way, Kurt Meyer's coming tomorrow at lunch, Monday at lunch. So I hope everyone can make it. Thanks. Bye.